Hey guys, long time no see. Carla here with Crochet CJ, episode number 43. I realize that it's been a couple of months. I've not been ignoring yarny people and yarny things. I've been working more overtime because we had some more people leave. So it's just been kind of a crazy couple of months, and thankfully we got some more help this week, and so I'm not having to work any overtime at this point, so that's exciting. For those of you who don't know me, I am a mom and a midwife, and I'm a born-again Christian, and I love people enough to tell them that. My hand is busy over here with my puppy. Come here, Jake. Come here. Oh, this is my big boy, Jake. Oh, yeah, he thinks he's a puppy. He's a 70-pound puppy. Anyway, he likes to be in the limelight. He is a little ham. I guess we should have named him Hamlet, because he likes to be in front of the camera with me. Anyway, so we'll get started. Let's see, finished objects. So a couple of years ago I had ordered a kit from Black Sheep Wools, and it's called the Kasbah Blanket, and it's really pretty. Lots and lots of color. Just really, I really like it. Yeah, thanks Jake, you're really helpful. The border is really cute. I like it too. And when you do the border, you use each color. So it came with 13 different colors of Stylecraft Special DK. So I don't know if Black Sheep Wool still has the kit. I don't want to bore you by going through each color that's in it, but I'll see if I can find the link. You guys know anything I talk about, channels I talk about, patterns that I can link for you, whether they're paid patterns or free, that once this video uploads tonight, tomorrow I'll get on and I'll put those links down below in the description so that you can get to those things when you want to. I realize it would be nice if I'd put them all in to begin with, but it takes so long to upload a video that it's just easier if I upload it and then go back and put this stuff in the description. So finished that. I made some hats for some of my babies at work, and so of course I've already given those away, but in February I made them these little penguin hats. I just thought these were adorable. And then in March, of course, we had leprechaun hats, because I'm part Irish and I love St. Patrick's. So there you go. And I made, I think I made 6 of the penguin hats, and I made 9 of the leprechaun hats. So it just, I've told you guys before, we do Centering Pregnancy, which is where a group of women all get together and have their prenatal visit together as a group, and we do a lot of teaching and stuff because it's a little longer than just a short 20-minute visit in the clinic. It's a longer visit, and we share experiences, we share information, share what's going on with us, and everybody gets to share, like if you're having a certain problem with a discomfort, or you're having a certain issue with your pregnancy that may be something normal, but you'd like some comfort measures for it or something, we share those kind of things. I mean, it's just a really neat program. If you've never heard of Centering Pregnancy and you have any interest in knowing what it is, look it up online. Centering Pregnancy, I'm pretty sure it's .org, but it's a really wonderful program, and we really enjoy doing it. So depending on how many women I have in a group for that month, that's how many little hats I make. So joys in progress. I am doing, for a friend of mine asked me to make this Cuddle and Play cow blanket, and it's from Crochet Arcade. So I got the body of the blanket made, so of course it kind of looks like a cow. This is the one that like folds and then it hangs over the side of the crib. So I have 4 legs And I have a tail. Isn't that cute? Oh, somebody's letting the dogs out, so there they go. There goes Jake. And then here's the head of the cow, right? And I elected to use safety eyes instead of embroidering eyes. And yeah, I've just noticed he's a little wonky. But I like the safety eyes. I'm not sure how my embroidered eyes would turn out. I mean, I did make little nostrils and a mouth with embroidery, and that wasn't a big deal. And looking at him now, I'm like, I completely made his head crooked, but you know, our cow's perfectly symmetrical? Probably not, so I'm not going to fuss over it. Anyway, so that's my joy in progress. The yarn I used is from Hobby Lobby. It's called Sleek and Soft Chunky, and it's a low pill, 100% acrylic. There's 211 yards and 5 ounces, and I did it's $4.99 a skein, but I did it while it was 30% off, so it was a little bit cheaper than that. I think I spent about $35 total on yarn. It is a size 5, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get that wrong. It is a, I thought it said on here what it was. I can't remember if it's a 5 or a 6 chunky. Oh, it's 5, sorry, it says right there in a little tiny number, little tiny. Anyway, I like it. It was easy to work with, and I think it did really well. It's really soft on the blanket. I threw the blanket in the wash, of course. I like to wash them without any soap or anything, just to kind of get any sizing out or anything that might have come from the factory. The only thing I didn't like, yarn barf. So I had to have about 900 yards of the white, and I had to have about 450 yards of the gray, and then I only needed about 10 or 11 yards each of the mustard, and you can see it barf too, and the pink. But when I pulled the center out of this, this is what came out, and I get that happens, and now I just need to cake them up and forget about it and not worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. So anyway, I just have to put the parts on the cow, and then I can give it to my friend, and she can give it to our mutual friend. So that's pretty exciting. Acquisitions. Let's see. I got some really lovely happy mail from my friend Sandra, and it came earlier well, I guess it was yesterday. It's only Tuesday, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I just came off a lot of overtime. Even though I'm not working any this week, I just came off a lot, so bear with me. But she sent me some really good, yummy stuff. Sorry, I wrote it down because I didn't bring it all in here to show you, because some of it's going back to work so it can stay at work. But she sent me some Super Bubble gum because she knows I love it. And she sent me 3 boxes of candy canes because she knows I love peppermint. And she sent me these really great little white sesame bars. They're just these little, they're just really good. I mean, try not to eat a whole bunch at once, because I'm sure I don't need to eat a whole bunch at once, but they're good. And then she sent me some chestnuts. Those were interesting. Very interesting. But everything was really good, and I really enjoyed it. And thank you so much, Sandra. And then she also sent me some other things. She made me this lovely, I don't know if you want to call it a daffodil or a jonquil maybe. I love it. I think it's beautiful. She put a little safety pin on the back of it so I can wear it on my shirt or whatever. So I'm going to be wearing that around this spring because it's almost spring. She also sent me, one night we were on Zoom and she's like, whoever can answer this question wins this cowl. Well, duh. Trivia is my thing, right? So my brain is full of useless trivia. So I can't even remember what we were discussing, but she sent me this really pretty cowl, and I really like it. It's just it's a beautiful neutral color. It's a beautiful pattern. I don't know what pattern she used. I'll ask her, and then I can post that below probably, but it's just really gorgeous and I love it. Thank you so much, Sandra. I really like that. And then she also sent me, of course, some yarn. So she sent me some Premier washi, and washi is a 4-weight 100% polyester from Premier. It's great for dishcloths. There's 92 yards and 3.5 ounces. And this is royal blue, and this one is pink, which is kind of a bright pink, but I like it. So I'm gonna make me some washi cloths, dishcloths. And then she sent me this big honkin' skein of ice cream yarn from Lion Brand. It's a Lion Brand ice cream big scoop, and it is a 3-weight, so it's a DK, and it's 100% acrylic. There's 10 ounces, 1,117 yards. It's a lot of yarn on that. And this color is cookies and cream, and so it's like grays and different colors of grays and white, and I really like it. And this is going to make a really cool baby blanket, probably, just because it's a lot of yardage and I love the way it feels. So, and I love making baby blankets too. Oh, I did bring some of my candy canes. Well, she sent me 3 boxes, so I can't take them all to work. I have to leave some of them here to share, right? And then she also sent me, she knows I love Star Wars. Who doesn't need Ziploc bags with Star Wars characters on them? I'm just saying. They have 4 different Star Wars characters on them. So there's a couple of good guys and a couple of bad guys. You guys know who Finn and Rey are, right? If you don't, you don't know me very well. And then she sent me some Bombas socks, which I've been wanting some Bombas socks, but she sent me Oscar the Grouch Bombas socks. Are those not the Bombas? Anyway, I had to show you, had to make a video and show you because I want to wear them to work tonight. Because yes, I do have to go to work tonight. Other acquisitions since I've been on a yarn ban. Now, if somebody sends me yarn, that's doesn't count against me, okay? And I'm not asking people to send me yarn. Please, I have plenty of yarn. That's why I'm doing a yarn ban. I'm not buying. The only time, like, I bought the yarn to make that cow blanket because obviously I needed a certain kind of yarn and quite a bit of it, so I wanted to buy all the same brand of yarn for that. But other than that, I'm not buying yarn. It's just, I have allowed myself that if I find the dyeable yarn, like at Tuesday morning, I do buy that because Easter's almost here. Therefore, I'm going to be getting some more Easter egg dye so I can dye some more yarn. So that's my plan. And then I have been buying some books. I've been wanting a planner, and so I went to Hobby Lobby and they had some on clearance. And I looked around. I didn't really find what I wanted. Well, somebody said, "Well, I know you were looking at the bargain ones, but go over and look where the paper craft stuff is, because they have more planners and journals and stuff over there. Go over there and look." Well, I go over there and they had a bunch of their journals on clearance. This one was regular $19.99. I got it for $4.99. And it says, "Let's make today beautiful." The nice thing about this planner is it's a 12-month planner, but it doesn't have dates in it yet. So I can use it for the whole 12 months. I'm not going to be wasting it because it was for, you know, like 2019 and 2020, or, you know, a lot of planners are 18-month planners that go halfway through a year and whatever. And so most of them I would have found all the time from like July to February would have been lost because it's February. But this one I can put my own months, whatever month I want, my own days. It has a daily thing, so I can use it for my daily quiet time with God and my Bible study. I can, you know, write my little soap note there. And then it's got like little pockets and a place for notes and reminders, and it comes with a lot of stickers, so I can put in like vacations or days I work, things like that. I'm just trying to be more organized, and I realize it's almost March, so I've waited a while to get more organized, but I'm doing it right. I don't do resolutions because those tend to just fall by the wayside. I just try to improve things as I can, right? So there you go. That's the way to do it, you know. If you stress yourself out with things that you think, oh, I have to, you know, then sometimes you don't get them done, or you get them done and you don't like the way you did them. So I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of on and on and on. The other thing, I ordered some books from Hamilton Books. I don't know if you guys know Hamilton Books, and then there's also a website called thriftbooks.com, and they have books at discount prices. And so the other day I was looking through their catalog, and they had a bunch of books that were like $4 and $5, and a lot of these books are regular $20-$30. So I got one on how to window box, because I do not have a green thumb, and I would really like to have at least like a window box inside, like herb garden, so I have fresh herbs to cook with. So I got that. And then I'm gonna knit more, and this is like how to knit, and I realize I know how to do basic knitting, but I think it always helps to kind of go back to the basics. Sometimes when you're restarting something you haven't done in a while. I'm sorry, my nose is really itchy. And then I got one that's called Happy Feet, and it's all about knitting socks, because I'm gonna knit some socks this year. And then I also got one on, it's called Step Into Crochet, and it's crocheted sock techniques from basic to beyond. So anyway, it was regular $22.99, and I think I paid $3.95 for it. These books were all either $3.95, $4.95, or there might have been one that was $5.95, I don't know. And then I'm a quilter too, you guys know that, and so I got some. This one is Tributes and Treasures. It's 12 vintage inspired quilts made with reproduction prints. Really, really pretty. Just beautiful quilts, and so I can't wait to make some of those. And then I got one that's called Candy Store and More, and it's 1930s quilts made new. I have the quilt that's on my bed actually is a star quilt that is made with reproduction 1930s fabric. I love it. It's gorgeous, and there's some really pretty ones in here too. Oh, there's a Dresden plate. Love Dresden plate. This one's called Draped Dresdens. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, yeah. So, and then this one says it's Finders Keepers quilt. It's a rare cache of quilts from the 1900s. In case you can't tell, I do like vintage quilts, and so I got that one too. This one is called Fresh from the Clothesline, Quilts and Small Projects with Vintage Appeal. Again, it's got some really nice vintage fabrics, 1930s looking things, and it's got not just quilts, it has a tree skirt, it has aprons, placemats, all sorts of things. But I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, quilts. I love making pretty things. And then this one is Strip Smart Quilts 2, and it's 16 triangle quilts with one easy technique. And I like this one because I think sometimes I tend to buy sets of fabric without a certain quilt in mind, and so when you're doing strip quilts, a lot of times it's easy to take, you know, a group of fabrics you bought to go together, and you make strips out of it, and you may need to add to it, but usually I can get a whole quilt out of that, and it's all good. And then you guys know, Harry Potter nerd alert, nerd alert. Yes, I know it's a knitting book, but it's called Harry Potter Knitting Magic. And this I pre-ordered it off Amazon months ago, and it came a couple of weeks ago. And it's got, I mean, look, it's got, you can make Hedwig. And it's got this really cool, like 9 3/4 scarf. I mean, it just has some really beautiful stuff in it. You know, there's all the house scarves. There's a Cornish pixie, if you've ever seen the movie. If you've read the book, it's better. The books are always better because nothing can beat your imagination. But if you've seen the movie, you've seen the Cornish pixies and how ornery they are. So, yes, I need to use my How to Knit book and get proficient on some knitting before I try to do anything out of that book, but I wanted it just for the book. And then a couple weeks ago I was on Amazon. I really need to stay off Amazon, and I found this, and it's called Harry Potter Crochet. Now yes, it came with yarn, and I didn't realize that, so you know, I guess technically I broke the yarn ban because I bought yarn, but what I was buying was the book. And it does come with enough yarn to make Harry and Dobby's sock. But it's a book, and then it also comes with this crochet hook. That's a wand. Okay, that's not why I bought it. I didn't even realize that was in there either. You know, and it's just a little plastic crochet hook, or you know, it's pretty pliable or whatever. But it's a, what size is this? Other than teeny tiny. What does it say on the box? Sorry guys, I didn't think this through, did I? Yeah, I don't know that it says what size the hook is, but it's really tiny. So this is, it says, Lucy Collin has combined her passion for designing creatures and characters with her love of science fiction and fantasy. She's created patterns for the book Hollywood Crochet and is the author of Star Wars Crochet. Ooh, I may have to get that one too. But so it came with instructions to create Harry, Ron, Dobby, Hagrid, Dumbledore, Snape, McGonagall, Voldemort, Ginny, the Sorting Hat, Hedwig, Norbert the Dragon, and student robes and scarves. So that's pretty exciting. And like I said, I mean, it even came with some safety eyes and the thread to make your faces and things. Look at that, isn't that adorable? But yeah, it's I'm gonna say it calls for a pretty small, I mean, these are small amigurumi, and so I'm pretty sure it's going to call for some small hooks, and oh my gosh, can you crochet a wand? That's pretty amazing. So an E or 3.5 millimeter hook, so I'm guessing that's an E, and it looks pretty close to an E, don't you think? I doubt if I use this, okay? Just saying. Big Clover Moore fan. I do like Susan Bates hooks sometimes, but I'm a big Clover Moore fan, and those are the kind of hooks I use. And I have all of the ones I can find. I even got a 7 millimeter one the other day. Not a size 7 one. A 7 millimeter crochet hook, because the cow blanket pattern called for a 7 millimeter crochet hook, and I believe that is a UK hook. That's a size from the UK. The pattern is written in UK terms, so you have to be aware of that. And when it says, you know, treble crochet, you're going to be double crocheting and things like that, so you have to be aware of that. Anyway, I think that's it. My future projects, obviously, I have books that I'm going to do some future projects out. I'm also, my friend Sandra sent me a link to a free crochet pattern. It's called Vintage Vibes Beanie, and it has detailed instructions. It's a free pattern. Like I said, I'll link it below, and it is, it has 6 different, I'm sorry that's not in color. You know, printer ink is pricey, so, but anyway, it's just really pretty, like filet, and it's got some that just have one band, and then some of it, the filet goes all the way up the hat, so really, really beautiful. This is Vintage Vibes Beanie, and it says the Crochet Fix Pattern 010. I am sorry, I've been looking on here and I don't see this young woman's name. Oh, this is an original pattern by Farrah Jane Tate. You're welcome to sell patterns you've made, to sell products you've made with my patterns, but I ask that you refer to the exact same of my patterns somewhere in the text of your listing. You may not copy, republish, sell, distribute, translate without permission, or claim my photos or patterns as your own in any way. And I'm not claiming any of this. This is this young lady's pattern. It is free, and I will link it below. I have not made one, but my friend Leah at Leah's Homemade Crafts has made some, and I know that my friend Sandra has made some, and they're really pretty. I thought they would make lovely little hats for babies or little girls or even adults, because they're just really pretty. And it looks like I think you could even, you know, do the one row. I mean, I know she's wearing a hat, but wouldn't that make a pretty headband too? Anyway, so I'm probably gonna start on one of those. I did do a pattern test for one of the more famous crochet or knitter people on YouTube. But since she has not released that pattern yet, I won't show it to you. I did complete it. It was a very well done pattern and very easy to make. So as soon as she releases that pattern, I will let you guys know what it was, and I'll show you the one I made. I just realized that someone turned the dryer back on, so now you can hear the dryer clanking in the background. Sorry about that. But again, if I don't leave the door open, then my dogs come and scratch on the door. So that was it. I managed to ramble on for over 25 minutes and not say much of anything. My goal is, again, now that I'm not working some overtime and stuff, my goal is to get back to having a little chat with you guys every couple of weeks at least. But I will see you soon, and just remember that Jesus loves you and so do I. Bye. Oh, Jake wants to say bye. Jake, you want to say bye? Want to say bye? Neville. Neville. Neville's not going to come. Neville. Neville. Come here, buddy. Come here. I know, I got stuff in your way. Come here. Come here, Neville. Come here. Come here. All right. Well, Neville's not going to come in. Sorry. Anyway, that's it. Take care, guys. Aha, Jake, you're in my way.